Turn the beat up in my headphone a little bit. Yeah, just like that. Yeah. I'm gonna do it one take. You know how I do. Yeah. You know how I think they can cancel us. Ha ha. This is the house of the rouse. Drunk time, get into your mouse. Just when you thought we retired, we came back a flaming brush fire. This is the house of the rouse. In this house you get roused. Gonna put you in the fog. Feel fucked up like a car parked on a dog. Colin used to hate women. Now all he hates is Hunter and Evan. But goddamn he loves watermelon. This is the house of the rouse. In this house we get roused. Evan with the sunglasses. Can't get enough of the black fat asses. Cancel this.
Boy, how was that?
Yes.
How was that new intro song? That's pretty hip.
Hey, you can give me permission to record it.
What?
All right, notes. Notes.
Welcome to the House of Rouse.
Who's got the button?
We're back in full swing with a new format. We've all taken some time. Finally, Colin's fresh out of rehab. Hunter's out of therapy, and I just saw my optometrist, and so we did some work and we're back.
How was the autopsy?
It could have gone better. Apparently, you can't do live autopsies.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah.
I mean,
he kept trying to see what was wrong with me, but the scalpel kept making me laugh, giggle. I was ticklish.
Now, just to clarify, why was I in rehab again?
Oh, what do you mean? It's the whole woman thing.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't realize they had rehab for that. You went to it. Oh.
You spent months there.
That was. You went there.
So let me get this out of the way so we can start our fresh start here. We're doing
start.
And hello to all of our audio listeners now that we have switched to a podcasting format. Welcome all of our audio listeners.
Oh yeah, welcome all you audiophiles out there.
So now we're trying to be a little bit more self-aware. We're trying to be a little bit more enlightened now, being a little more politically correct to show our growth and to give the movie reviews for a new generation that people need. We posted an apology earlier on our channel that you can look at and see what we did.
We did? I didn't. Yeah.
Oh, I posted it for us all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Great. It is a tearjerker. It's a real tearjerker.
It's the video is entitled "We're Sorry."
Yeah.
And we are.
Yeah. No more of the use of the words, offensive words like a retard or mongoloid or any kind of goblin. Any kind of goblin. So we're going to use new words, and Evan, I'll let you fill them out. What we're going to replace this with.
Well, actually, I'm glad you brought this up. I meant to. And
a couple of our episodes have been cut from the channel, I think, right?
Oh yeah, we cut down. Yeah, we did not. We decided to not release a few of our episodes for season 3.
Had to pull it down.
And for these reasons, and it's actually really good that you brought this up because I forgot. There's one thing I wanted to mention for one of the films we will be reviewing later. So, what was the question?
Willy Wonka. So show us, Mike. Yeah. So what's different? Is there anything else different before we move on?
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So we're rebooting the season, and we decided that we are actually not going to attend the funeral Bill here that's coming up because we don't want to be associated with that anymore. Jack Flounder is now missing after the massacre at the Too Many Mugs set. Janet's dead, possibly.
Gary's dead.
Gary's been dead. He came back as a ghost.
Samurai Joe left us.
Samurai Joe's left again. Shady and
He
Shiny
does
are
that though sometimes.
Shady and Shiny are under investigation. So we decided we're not going to
They're not going to
do
talk
with
about
them.
that. That's not canon anymore.
We're not going to talk about Coon Snatch Brothers drowned. How ironic is that?
Good Snatch Brothers.
All right, cut that out. Edit that out.
What?
Who's the Good Snatch Brothers?
That's their name.
What is it? I could have swore it was the other one. I don't know. I never really liked those guys. Never really learned their name.
Houston Vegas changed his first name to Vegas and moved to Houston.
This is the Evan World's comedy tour.
That was the best one. So he's Vegas, and Houston.
The ghost of Gary Sanchez still at large. Last seen in the passenger seat of Micro Dan's van. Balsa
Micro
Salsa.
Dan sold that van.
I don't know anymore. Balsa Salsa shut down, and we've never heard from the cheese factory again. We probably should check up on that guy.
No way that guy's still living.
And that's what I wanted to say. Just get all that out of the way because we're done with it all. We're wiping our hands clean. We're starting fresh right here and the new House of Rouse. We've taken out all the episodes of the past are now been taken off the House of Rouse Plus. And
Season 1 through 3 is not canon. That's why he went over all of the characters and what's going on with them from season 1 through 3. Because they don't exist anymore.
right.
It's almost like we could have just said that.
Well, I just wanted to get that all out of the way.
All right.
So let's go into our reboot season where we are going to watch only reboots to show how new we are.
It was my pick.
I gotta make sure I don't look over there when you talk.
I'm looking right at you.
Looking right at him, dude.
I'm staring right at him.
So what movies did we pick to start it off?
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
From 1971,
And then Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
2005.
I can't believe that.
Oh, actually,
What was the year on that first one?
1971.
Yeah.
So
obviously we're starting with Willy Wonka.
okay, we're starting with Willy Wonka. Okay, I'm glad you said that. There's one thing I wanted to a little surprise for you guys that I actually traveled somewhere fun for this. I traveled somewhere fun for this review,
Cemetery.
and I just wanted to.
Obviously.
I'm using a fake background right now, but I'm going to show you where I am right now. And here we go. Let's take down the green screen. And I'm actually at, as you can see, the chocolate factory that from Willy Wonka's factory for this review. I traveled here, and boy, are my arms tired.
Man, I really wish I had thought about this, about doing something similar.
Huh.
You know what? I don't want to do this.
Oh.
All right. Anyways,
Maybe at some point I can bring us all to the chocolate factory. And I'm sorry. One last quick thing before we jump into the review, to keep the aesthetic of how we used to go about everything. Let's just go ahead and do this.
Okay. Oh.
Maybe do a little live commentary on the original 1971 trailer.
I've never seen this trailer.
How does it it make you feel to be the first golden ticket finder?
Hungry.
The world is waiting.
Can't you shut up? I'm busy.
You're a rotten mean father. You never give me anything I want. And I won't go to school till I have it.
Violet. All right, Mother.
Poor little Charlie.
Open it, Charlie. Let's see that golden ticket.
Wouldn't that be fantastic? It's not fair to raise a home.
Never mind. Go on, open it, Charlie. I want to see that gold.
Dad.
Was he wearing that scarf in the movie?
Everybody else, haven't I?
I never trade
That was his birthday present.
ecstasy,
But was he wearing a scarf like that? Oh.
Because I've got a golden ticket.
That's actually the film.
I've got a golden chance to make my way.
The trailers really went on and on back
It's a long-ass trailer. It's a short whole movie.
then. I mean, they literally just went through a whole verse of that song.
This is literally the whole movie right here.
They just they did a speed run at the beginning.
This is going to be such an exciting day.
Here's Charlie.
Oh, well, there's the chocolate factory.
Why would you ever go to watch this movie after the trailer?
Little surprises around every corner, but nothing dangerous.
It's some of the jokes too.
Don't be alone.
Okay.
There's earthly way of knowing. He's singing. Which direction we are going.
All right, that's enough of that.
And there's nothing in the background either. It's literally just showing the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful. Did you watch that in advance?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Good call.
So,
My first note, why does Charlie always look like he's going to cry or is crying?
Because he has a tough fucking life.
he's eating fucking cabbage soup, cabbage and water every day.
You look like that too if you ate nothing but cabbage soup.
Second note, who's the guy outside the factory with all the knives? What's that guy doing there?
That's the knife seller.
He's got a cart of knives that he's just wheeling around.
I love how
scaring little kids.
Colin just dove straight into notes. No one explained the movie.
General.
Talked about pics. Nothing. He just
Who's the nice guy?
Who's the knife guy?
I'm going in.
Who's this knife guy
I have
outside
so
the
many
factory?
notes from this movie.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll get into it later. I did a very different way of analyzing these two movies. I kind of did a battle between them with my notes.
Third note, these motherfuckers using the bathroom. How were his grandparents? His grandpa stands up and says, he can't even use his legs, right?
Shove a piss pot under him.
In the bed.
Yeah.
The dude just,
Also, dude, if you're eating cabbage and water every single day, I'm sure you're not using the bathroom so much.
That's true. Fourth note.
Do you want to hear my two notes? Because then I'll just talk about the rest of it again. I've seen it so many fucking times. My two notes for Willy Wonka is Grandpa Joe has coke nails. He really does. He has one that's longer. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Wonka planned to kill them kids. There was only two seats in the Wonka wash.
Oh shit! I did not pick up on that.
There's definitely not enough room in the Wonka wash for if all the kids travel along.
Wonka was a dark dude.
I've got really just one giant note, or one thing that I noticed about the movie this time watching it, and then I Googled it and found that I was actually spot on, is that it is for the overall story, but especially this movie. It's all a huge metaphor for Christianity, the whole thing. So let me see. Where's my big ass?
Can we not?
I looked it up, and it actually is confirmed. It's confirmed. Roald Dahl did it as she was trying to make a Christian metaphor.
Are the 7 kids like the 7 deadly sins or some shit?
That was that's one part. The other part is it's not just kids, like the parents and Charlie's dad. They're like. Not Charlie's dad, Charlie's grandpa. But
he's all of them.
The Candyman is like God or an angel, something like that.
I love how much research this is. Like Candyman is metaphorically like an angel or God or the devil or a demon.
Some Christian shit.
No, but see,
a cross.
She didn't make it to really, really, really specifically everything. She kind of made it to be open for interpretation.
Wait, who is she?
Roald Dahl.
That's a guy.
A guy, yeah, but I think it was a girl.
I have no idea. I thought you just misspoke the first time, then you just kept saying she.
You know what? Maybe. Good point, Colin. Actually, Colin, that's a good point that you just raised. Maybe we don't know if it was a male. We don't know what Roald Dahl identified as. I don't think there's any research done on that.
Yeah, I'm a good fact check.
I'm working on it.
Identify. Slugworth is the devil / temptation. Wonka is Jesus. Or no, Charlie is the righteous humans. Grandpa Joe is.
You really can't tell which way.
I don't know. You know, who knows? He's the
Is
the
that
BFG.
a woman though?
That's the BFG.
Grandpa Joe's a sinner. And the factory is
Grandpa Joe's a sinner.
the factory is heaven. And Charlie is like Jesus, and Charlie's like the righteous. And he's giving Grandpa Joe a second chance, just like Jesus gave the sinners a second chance. Some of that is stuff that she said, and a lot of it's like open for interpretation. But
it's crazy. I really didn't think I was going to get angry during this part of the discussion. Why stop this? Can we just talk about how great this movie is?
Now you don't like it as much, don't you?
What?
It gets a little notched down.
What?
Willy Wonka for being religious.
Here on the House of Russ, we are brave enough to say
like the rest of the
refer to Roald Dahl as a she.
What's more fantasy?
This is what I'd say.
Thanks, Max. I think I already know what Hunter thinks, so I want to hear what you think.
So I kind of running at this upgrade now to remove the 40-minute limit. You have to start. You have to pay now for Zoom.
That's not good.
Oh, we have 9.
Oh, I guess I'll just piece together all the meetings. That's fucking crazy. I guess it's a new feature. I mean,
the House of Rose figures out Zoom.
Isn't Skype free? We should just use Skype.
Well, we're just gonna have to keep using Zoom for at least for this episode, and then we'll try to figure out Skype. But Zoom has so many great features. Clearly.
When are you gonna
Clearly.
recording that? How are you gonna do that?
I'm just gonna make another one.
God.
I mean, the next one. I mean, it's 40 minutes. So, but anyway,
Jesus.
This one has a great intro. I love the intro with how it's showing how the chocolate's made and the music.
Yeah.
And the setup, and then it shows how all the music. Then it shows the Candyman. It just immediately cuts to the Candyman.
I noticed that too. Like, it is so quick. It's just like, all right, right into song. I'm gonna give away all of my candy in the shop.
But it is a good. I guess it is a good stuff because it's all the kids like, oh yeah, we're eating all this candy, and then poor little Charlie's just outside the window like, God damn it. But I do think Charlie is a little.
What you follow, damn it.
Oh, what replaces God now?
Damn it.
Charlie's a little annoying in this one, though.
Yeah, he's a little. Well, no. Yeah, he's a little annoying sometimes. He is a little annoying. When he fucking pretends like he has the golden ticket in front of his family. They're like,
I'll give you
here's your chocolate. And he's like, I got it.
Yeah, why did you do that?
Didn't I? Like, why the fuck did you do that to me? I just bought you this candy, you poor ass bitch. I mean, you class citizen jerk.
Disenfranchised.
There you go. And I have this, dude, what's funny is my favorite part of the whole movie this time around was the teacher. All the scenes in the classroom are my favorite scenes of the whole film.
Oh yeah, that's it's crazy because this one they don't get to the factory till like 45 minutes in, and But like so much of that stuff is good. Like so many of those side jokes hit so hard.
My favorite is when he's like, the test that's on Friday about everything we learned Monday has now been pushed to Monday before we've learned anything.
Yeah.
He's
And
like,
but actually it's Thursday, so none of that even matters.
Yeah,
Today's Tuesdays.
Asshole or just really sarcastic and great.
Well, he's also like, I was about to say the R word. He's also really stupid.
2? You only open 2.
Well, I can't do two.
That's one of my notes is, what the fuck kind of school is this where he can just dismiss elementary schoolers and they just go running out into the street?
It's a small town where all the kids run home.
Dismiss. What is this? Is that just room the school?
It's the 70s, bro. It's the 70s, dude.
His class was dismissed for the day.
I guess so. Just class dismissed, kids run. Just go.
Go get candy now. Get as much as you can.
I mean, today's size, you're definitely getting diddled if that happens.
Also, this one goes right into the golden tickets with no buildup of the factory. It's just like, oh yeah, and Willy Wonka's got golden tickets. Like from the get.
Yeah, but where they sacrifice that, I feel like they build the other characters more. So like, while they don't focus on the factory as much, I'm okay with that because that leaves like mystery to the factory, and you focus on building the characters that are about to go into it.
But that's the thing, that's why I think it actually, this one lacks in mystery and wonder because they don't really speak a lot about it. It's just, there's golden tickets and no one's like, what's in that factory? I don't know. Like, there's no like building up.
Who the workers are.
Yeah, they don't know. Yeah,
they works in the factory.
Yeah, they don't know who the workers are, and like they show that it's locked up. The knife guy comes by, and he's like, "No one comes in. No one knows goes on." Yeah, type shit.
And they
also
make it almost kind of scary, but they kind of level out the scariness by like the candy man, like all those nice looking candy and shit. So they kind of balance it out a little bit.
This one also has way more British humor. Like the humor is extremely British.
Yeah, like I said, all those little cutaways are fucking amazing. It's like, they got your ransom. Like they want your case of Wonka bars, and she goes, do I have time to sleep on it? He's like, it's your husband or the Wonka bars.
Oh, I love the guy's pressing the machine buttons. I'm telling the computer
what it can do with their lifetime supply of chocolate.
Which makes no sense because he just keeps pressing the exact same buttons the exact same way.
Yeah.
My
so stupid.
Movie, though, is when they put the mic to Augustus Gloop's dad. It's the mic I busted out laughing when that happened.
But dude, the stupidest thing is, dude, the character how they use Slugworth in this movie is so stupid. That is like the dumbest.
I think it's a huge plot point, a great plot point of the movie.
Yeah. It's a little on the nose because they're trying to get to the factory as quick as they can, but they're trying to also develop the character.
Dude,
the Slugworth does just come out of nowhere. Like he's working as a waiter. He's one of the interviewers. And he just leans in while the kid's still getting interviewed.
In the TV screen. It's literally on the TV screen. You just see Slugworth.
Yeah. It could have been done slightly more subtle, but
and he's like literally and these kids are all across the world. How is Slugworth traveling? How does he know? I gotta get to Germany.
Wonka doesn't have money to get Slugworth everywhere he needs to be.
Yeah.
But the moment like Augustus Gloop finds the ticket in Germany, he's like, I'm in Germany. Out of nowhere, Slugworth is just like, I know where I need to be. Just like how does he know that?
He's got that Loompa Badissi money.
Well, I mean, also Wonka probably would have known what countries they were going to and when he sent them out.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
Because you got to figure that's why he put one in his hometown.
I don't know. Slugworth just.
Well, he adds the element of like making the character, like, I mean, how it ties it together in the end. But he does, I will say, he does just like pop up out of nowhere. He just shows up in the factory right when Veruca gets the ticket. He just like grabs her by her arm. He's like whispering in her ear.
I used to always get him and Judge Doom from Who Framed Roger Rabbit confused because that's Christopher Lloyd and like a similar like weird.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh my god, it's so good. Like with like the black hat, like all black duster.
Oh yeah. The biggest difference between these movies, without going into detail with the other one, It's just that Charlie's the main character in this one, and Willy Wonka is the main character in the other one.
Yeah, I was going to say they switch. Yeah, they switch. I was going to say that they switch protagonists.
Yeah.
Which is funny because this one's called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but Charlie's the protagonist.
Opposite, yeah.
The other one's called Charlie, yeah, but Willy Wonka's the protagonist.
Yeah.
Because in this one, Willy Wonka is purely static. He doesn't learn anything. He doesn't change. Willy Wonka is just Willy Wonka.
He's already the good guy.
Yeah, where
learn.
he has something to learn in the other one.
You know,
it's really his art.
Only because we're talking about Slugworth. But for some reason, when I rewatched it this time, I didn't realize until now that Wonka was never actually mad at all about them drinking the carbonated drinks or whatever. Like in the end, that was all just a ploy to like see if Charlie would give him the gobstopper back. That's all he cared about the whole time. He was just, that was like the crap. For some reason, as a kid, I thought he was actually mad, but then Charlie giving him the thing back won him over. I thought that was what happened, but this time...
I mean, he was probably actually mad to a degree because he thought Charlie would be perfect, and he fucked up because of Grandpa Joe. Let's take a sip, Charlie.
Speaking of, that's the worst scene of the whole movie by far, I think. That whole scene sucks because Charlie doesn't fight it at all. He's just like, yeah. He just has like one word just gets him to do it. And it almost feels like a filler scene.
And that's
kind of weird.
Also like some of the worst. I mean, obviously, like the effects. I still think a lot of it holds up, but some of the practical effects look kind of real bad. But these are the worst. Oh God.
Yeah. All right, let's leave it. Let's stop it right there on that sneeze. And we'll just hold on. This is a shrill.
To the transition song. Hey, one break coming up.
Good old Meat King. And where were we? What was the last thing you just said?
Okay, so so one thing. Okay, actually, it's gonna be best if I just label because I don't even remember what the last thing I said was. But I put this whole film into I want to do a score, like a battle. And I said, what's the most important things about the story? So I did 11 categories and rated them on a scale 1 to 10.
Okay.
You have the opening, you have the music, the kids, Willy, Charlie, the setup, the Oompa Loompas, the old fucks, which is his grandparents, the wonder and mystery of the film, the humor of the film, and the factory itself.
Okay, I'm fine with that. At first, I thought you were going to make a very biased list that could swing one way, but that's pretty fair. Were the parents on there?
No.
I feel like the parents should be on. The parents should be over there over the old fucks. There's only one old fuck that really matters. I couldn't tell you any of their names.
I mean, I'm definitely going to be sliding the edge of the parents over to Charlie. Parents are way better in that one.
Are we already about to get into this?
The parents from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory of the kids are better than the parents in the Willy Wonka movie.
I thought you meant Charlie's parents.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do agree with that.
Oh, yeah, I can agree with that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I meant the parents of the kids.
Yeah.
Oh, the parents of the kids are better in Willy Wonka. I'll give you that. Yeah.
Way better.
But I'm saying even on like an importance ranking list, like that's important over the old fucks.
Well, that's going to change. I can't change it now.
I'll
make my own list.
My favorite character of the whole movie was Veruca's dad because he is so
freaked
out by Willy the whole time.
Yeah.
And every time he's always like, They say Wonka and English. This guys. I was really freaked out when Willy sings.
Yeah.
And there's little I can't remember any of the lines. There's little moments where he'll like say something really bizarre in his ear, and the dad was being like,
yeah, he leaned over that one time. He's like a little nonsense man. Shares by the wisest men. Like Willy is just trolling this dude the whole time.
He fucks with him so much. It's great.
And he asks a question about this shit. He goes, "Candy is dandy, liquor is quicker." These absurd fucking phrases.
Yeah, he was the star of the movie for me. I was laughing at everything.
He is great. I gave the humor of this one an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, the humor's so good. I mean, like I said, I don't want to harp too much on but all of those cutaway scenes. I can't remember. There was some line. It was one of the newscasters said something it was one of the American newscasters. I wish I should have took more notes. I was just enjoying the movie. But like the newscasting parts, all of those cutaways are so fucking great. Like all that humor is great.
Oh, you're thinking he says like, there's probably something a lot more valuable to do than looking for these chocolate bars. But at the moment, I can't think.
It's fucking amazing. And then like they're selling the candy. It's like 5,000 pounds. Your Majesty. It's all so good. Although I will say I skipped Cheer Up Charlie.
Worst song, one of my worst song in the movie by far.
I skipped Cheer Up Charlie because I was like, I'm gonna save 2 minutes here.
Yeah.
That was one of my cons, which is why I gave the music in this film a 5 out of 10. There is way too much music. Everyone has a song. It's like so over the top.
The songs are so short.
The songs in Charlie are like 5 minutes apiece. That one has way more music, I feel like.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. No, dude, Grandpa Joe has a song. The Bomb has a song. Willy Wonka has his song, but his song's the best. I mean, Imagination's that's the best song in the movie. But still, it's like not. Oh, and then there's even a song before the Oompa Loompa song of Veruca Salt. I want it now. They have that whole bullshit song, right? And then immediately cut into an Oompa Loompa song. That's two songs back to back.
The Cheer Up Charlie and that song are the two worst songs in the movie.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of really good.
And the whatever Grandpa Joe's song is. Fucking why do we need that one?
It's not bad. He's all dancing and shit.
Yeah, and then Charlie kicks in. Like at first, it's annoying because it's just him. It's like, oh, looks like you can walk again. But then Charlie starts singing too, and it gets better.
I put Charlie's mom's sucks. Her song sucks. Cheer Up Charlie.
She was a downer towards Charlie the whole movie. She's like, you're not going to get far.
And then I put fuck Grandpa Joe's song too. How does this song go?
I got a golden ticket.
Yeah.
Charlie.
Fuck that song, dude.
Dancing around the bed.
I got a golden chance to make my way.
Better than 5 minutes of Oompa Loompas doing the Def Leppard.
The salt is down the chute. Dude, I'm not. I gave the music in this one because the Oompa Loompa songs are good. But there's way too much songs. 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 on the music.
Stupid.
I would go like 8 out of 10.
One of the best songs in all of movies.
What did you say?
You said it's a 5 out of 10.
Did you just say? Did you say the R word?
Should we do a quick apology?
No, God.
Hold on.
We should start the
Hold on. I'm going to film myself. Hey, guys. I just said retarded on the Oscar Rouse episode. I'm really sorry. I just want to apologize to all the non-retarded people who had to listen to me say that.
Okay. So I want this giant metaphor for Rocky. Not giant metaphor. That's a lot similar to Rocky. It's true underdog story. You know?
What the hell have you been talking about this one? First it's Christianity, now it's Rocky. What are your notes? Did you just think of all the other things that this could be instead of what it was?
I actually really liked Violet in this one.
Oh yeah.
She was a winner. She was good.
Violet's a lot better in this one than the other one.
She's actually right too. Her dad's like, hey, Willy, I'm the best cars in the world. She's like, shut up, Dad.
Yeah.
She's totally right. She's totally in the right, you know? So I actually liked Violet. She was great. She should have won, probably.
Her that whole blueberry scene is a lot better in this one.
Even though, well, this is just because of the time, but it's really funny watching it, seeing that, like, 1 second, it's just, like, color correction, like a blue light on her face. And then when they zoom out and the Oompa Loompas are rolling her, they had just painted her. And you can see, like, the white spots still in her, too.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what can you do? I said this film's a bit cheapy.
A little bit.
That's British humor.
Bit cheeky.
The best jokes throughout the movie are when Willy is just replying to someone's question. And he gives a complete nonsense answer. I can't even remember what some of them were, but it's always just something that makes them freak out.
Oh yeah, it's always one of the best is that the running joke with Mike TV because he's just yelling at him. So I'm speaking, I'm trying to look deaf in this.
Gene Wilder plays. He's like, you really think that this guy, like, he plays it so subtle. He has like a lot of subtlety in his mannerisms as Willy.
Yeah.
Which is good.
This is I don't want to talk about the other movie too much. So I guess
as I say, don't. Yeah, we gotta.
But one thing I noticed that I never picked up also is that I'm assuming this was intentional, but when he gives out the everlasting gobstoppers, he doesn't give one to Charlie, and Grandpa Joe makes Willy Wonka notice. Like he's like, oh, Charlie didn't get one. Like Charlie was just not going to take it. And I was wondering if he did it on purpose because he knew Charlie, like he already thought Charlie was going to win. You know? Well,
he might have already been testing Charlie, and like if he doesn't even ask for it, then that's a bonus because he knows he's not trying to steal it.
Yeah. So I didn't notice that was like intentional.
Oh, I know it's a huge meme now, but rewatching this again, Grandpa Joe is just the biggest fuck. Like he's
him and the mom both suck.
He's just the worst. Like he's the one who makes him drink the fizzy lifting drink. Like, like you said, he's got coke nails.
Yeah, and he has a terrible song.
The only thing that he does good is he goes back in there and confronts Wonka, just because if not, they would have just left, and Charlie may or may not have given him the gobstopper back.
Yeah. I thought in the bubble scene they should have. I'm not against like that, the context of that scene. I just think they should have made Charlie like fight him on a little bit, because instead, like Grandpa Joe's just like, oh fuck him, we're here, we're gonna get our money's worth out of this, and Charlie's like, yeah, like, he's just totally on board right off the bat. Like, I thought it'd been better if they had made him, argue. He's like, oh, I don't think it's a good idea. And then they kind of push like Grandpa Joe to like almost force him. He's like, no, don't worry about it. Fall back on me or whatever. And he gives him the drink. I think that's how they should have that scene. Because that scene is just so like dumb, I think. It's not
a great scene. It's where you can see the strings, and like when they're floating up the first time, you can see like the background through Charlie's shirt. Like, and then when they're rising up, it's obviously just him standing on something doing that. Like that's the worst. Like I said, a lot of the practical effects still work. It still looks like magical and like wonderful. But like, I mean, obviously, like when he's walking through the initial canyon, it's just like kicking balloons that have been spray painted.
Also, they're not scared of just dropping at any given second. Like they have no idea how these bubbles work. If it's just like a timer and you drink it, and then it just like snaps and they just fall from like 30 feet out of the sky.
You just trust Willy, you know?
Well, he told them not to do it.
and everyone else has died up to this point.
Yeah, everyone else is dead. Augustus is definitely dead.
Yeah. So okay, well, we'll wrap it up with ratings, and I'll run.
I'll have 2 more notes. So really quick.
Are we already done with the ratings? We have not talked enough about this movie. I'm gonna be angry.
I have 2 notes. So one of my favorite lines, also when I laugh out loud, is when I think it's like right when they get off the boat. Which, by the way, boat scene, best scene in the movie.
Oh, it's amazing.
Best scene by far. When he starts singing.
There's no earthly way.
Yeah,
that
is a great scene.
And then the dad's joining, and he's like, going.
Yeah, he's the best. When they get off, he makes some noise. He's like, I guess I'm trying to do it now. He goes, Swablanguana? And they're like, is that German? He goes, no, it's Wonka bar spelled backwards.
No, that's the Wonka wash scene.
Wonka wash.
Wonka wash. Wash.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay. I can't remember when it was, but I remember him saying that.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
Yeah.
He delivers it so great.
Yeah, dude, he just plays it so fucking perfect. Like, there's just so much. You never know what his next move is.
Yeah.
You don't know if he wants you to enjoy what's happening or kill all of these kids.
Yeah.
I'm also hugely biased towards Gene Wilder anyway, but he fucking crushes this role.
Yeah, he does.
What did you think of the set for the since you have the set on the other one right now? What do you think with the? What'd you rate for that one?
I gave The Factory an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
I thought the Factory had a good mixture of like that one plays more so like where it has more of a factory look, but then also just a bunch of wild shit in the factory.
Yeah. The other one's just pure fantasy.
But the other one is like, yeah, more mystical and
Reals.
and wild. Where this one's more like we're actually just in a real factory that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, also there's more of those little fun, like the little fun house type shit of like getting from each location.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, that stuff's really fun. That stuff's really good.
Yeah, because like he does, and the mom goes, Rock Mountain Alpha.
That is great. The one thing I have to look up why they changed. I have no idea why they changed it. Is they changed from the squirrels and the nuts to the goose and the egg. Where I like the squirrel and the nut a lot better.
Because the goose and the egg is probably easier to do.
It's more doable. They didn't have like CGI and shit for.
Yeah, squirrels and nuts would have been tough as shit then.
Yeah.
But you can make 6 fake goose that all they have to do is and it drops a big fucking spray painted egg down.
It's clearly like light as a feather because the girl's just like styrofoam or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like rolling up in the air.
Yeah, I personally like the squirrel and nuts better, and I like the I think the elevator lacked in this one I think the elevator in the 2005 one is better as well.
Definitely used more too.
Like there's just like I love how there's like 500 buttons.
Yeah.
And the new one, like
yeah, but it also looks like just a fucking like an elevator you might actually fucking see until it turns into rocket boosters mode coming out of the side.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like an Elon Musk invention.
No, the fucking one in the old one looks like a fucking rocket ship. I love it. He's just like, I've never pressed this button. Let's see what the fuck happens.
But I think the factory is great. I do think the factory is great.
Okay, so real quick, we need to just touch on the ending. Did we talk? I mean, we kind of talked.
Oh, this movie just fucking ends. It just ends. You won. Da, da, da. And then the credits start rolling.
The climax is when he's like going off on him.
Yeah, and then he makes the right choice, and then like they just.
I like that better than the ending of the other one because the other one ends where I hate when they do this. It's like the movie's over and then it shows you the aftermath.
The epilogue.
I want my movie to end and that's it. I don't want to see.
I like how movies just end too.
Yeah, so they kind of did that on the other one, which I didn't really like. But it also,
But this one leaves so much. I felt like the ending on this one leaves a little bit to be desired because you don't know what it's just like, Charlie, you won the game. And then they fly off, and then there's a credits. It's like, well, what the fuck does that mean? What's going to happen?
He gets the whole factory.
He literally tells them that you and your family can come live at the factory, and I'm gonna teach you how to run the factory.
He should have said, except Grandpa Joe.
And then Grandpa Joe could not fucking stop because, of course, right at the end too, he's like, you're gonna come and live in the factory, and I'm gonna teach you all my candy making secrets. And Grandpa Joe's, and me? Not our family. Not. It's just like, can I come too?
We didn't talk about this motherfucker. They're this poor. He's been getting tobacco up until this point.
Yeah.
You're just now. You realize we're eating cabbage soup every day,
Every day.
The mom
I'm quitting, Charlie.
Washes clothes.
Yeah, you could have been fucking hopping around somewhere.
Fuck.
Dude, it would have been great to see that show Celebrity Deathmatch, and they do Grandpa Joe and Charlie versus Charlie and Frank from It's Always Sunny.
It's the gruesome twosome.
So my so here I'll wrap it up with my rating scores. Okay, so opening 7 out of 10, music 5 out of 10. The kids 7 out of 10. They're really good, but they're not
actors. That's what I thought. Kids.
The kids?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
kids are excellent actors.
Yeah, the kids are. We'll review once we get to keep your numbers. Keep going.
Okay, Willy 9 out of 10.
10 out of
Willy Wonka's 9 out of 10. He's fantastic.
That's 10. That's a 10.
Willy's 9 out of 10.
Oh, 1.
Charlie's 6 out of 10. He's all right. He's good, but you could do better.
Good actor, but you didn't really like him, I feel like.
Yeah, he's not very likable.
You feel sorry for him.
You kind of do, but you kind of feel sorry for him. You also just want to be like, hey, dude, why don't you grow up?
I wouldn't say 6 out. I'd probably say a 7 out of 10. I still think the actor.
He just looks pathetic the whole movie. He's always like, oh. He just walk around the whole factory like, oh.
By the way, really fast, do you guys ever, when you see the gold ticket scene, do you ever just think about the Family Guy rendition of that? It's so perfectly done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run, Charlie, run as fast as you can.
Yeah. I will say in this one, I think when he gets the golden ticket, that moment's a lot better.
Also, I love too when he buys the bar that has the golden ticket. Or no, when he buys like the candy before he buys that bar, and he's just like munching on it. The candy man's like, looking for his money. I'm like, you just at the intro of this movie just gave away probably just $500 worth of candy.
Yeah.
And you
Candyman can.
The candy man will get his fucking money.
Cough up.
The setup 7 out of 10. Like I said, I think the setup is really good, but it also kind of leaves a little bit to be desired as far as the connection between Charlie, Grandpa Joe, and the fact. It leaves a little bit to be desired in that aspect. Oompa Loompas 10 out of 10. Oompa Loompas are perfect. You couldn't have done the Oompa Loompas any better than that. These little orange. Almost said the M word. Huh?
You don't like the little.
We're going to talk about that. Just let him get through these ratings.
That's not 10 out of 10.
They're little orange. You got the green hair, and they're like they're freaking awesome.
Yeah.
The old fucks like Grandpa Joe and them 6 out of 10. They're all right. Is it? Oh my god! I think it's pouring down rain. Okay. The Wonder and Mystery.
The Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, it's raining.
What's it raining?
What's it raining?
It's raining sparkling water.
In the chocolate, and you had all those options, and you chose sparkling water.
There's a jelly bean.
It's raining Croy. Wonder and Mystery, like I said, I gave it a 5 out of 10 on Wonder and Mystery because I just think it doesn't build up a lot of like what's gonna happen in this factory in the beginning. It's more so it's the whole opening's more so,
and he's gone.
It's more so anchored on like the news and kids winning. Like there's not a lot of like Charlie looked like a perfect, like Charlie stops and he looks at the factory and the lights come on and whatever. And you're just looking, and it just looks like a factory. You're not looking at like what's in there, you know?
Except for he literally was looking what's in there.
Yeah, but you don't feel that as the audience. I don't feel that much in that particular scene. I don't think it's executed.
You feel the secrecy,
well.
but I think they were just playing it to make it look like more like a real factory, and that increased the wonder once you finally get inside. Like, how the hell is all this in this normal looking factory?
Yeah, I just I don't think it's
crank everything up to fucking 11 and turn it gray.
I don't think it's awful, but I think it's meh on that part. The humor 8 out of 10, fantastic. The factory, once you get inside, 8 out of 10, fantastic. So it got a score on an average, a 7.09 out of 10.
So you can make it 70%?
No, so okay, so let's do okay. So that's the score. That's where we'll leave it right there. My score is a 7.9 out of 10 as far as that goes. Now we'll get into ratings, but first, let's cut to our first ad read of the day.
Who's got it?
Hunter, if you could check your email, I think you received emails for the ad reads.
Jesus. Let's see.
Oh wait, well hold on. Play the ad. Well, Hunter, Colin, could you please play this ad song?
Oh yeah, hold on. Just take it easy, man.
This is a certified House of Browns classic.
It just stopped.
Was that it?
That was it.
Okay.
Let's go ahead.
God, I hate this. Larry David.
I forgot what's going to happen.
Oh, God. Larry David presents a brand new sitcom for the new generation. Trans Seinfeld. It's just 4 Jew ladies sucking and fucking each other's cocks. Coming this fall.
Oh my God.
Wow, I feel like that's taking a giant next step in TV.
Yeah, I really got he's so progressive. He's a real legend. He's a real inspiration. I forgot that was going to happen. Oh my God.
I feel like we're finally we're taking a step forward now.
Are we? Who rates it first?
I do.
Okay.
All right, I give Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory a 79%. So I mean the rating was a set. So the overall score is a 7.09, but then also just out of my personal enjoyment, I bumped up another 9% because I personally really enjoyed it.
Who's next?
You. It's always me, you thinking harder.
Okay. I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, I love this movie.
Yep.
Grew up watching it.
I can't believe you're higher.
And me?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty high. Right.
It's pretty good, but
yeah, that was great. I already said all the reasons why, so that's it.
Yep.
I mean, this is like a high A, low A minus for me, or A plus. I mean, like it's classic for me. Like you said, you grow up watching it. It's fun then because I feel like there's so much wonder in this. Like the color of the sets, like everything feels magical. Like they're all these different crazy rooms and different crazy colors, and you never know what the hell's happening. And then once you get older, you get to appreciate like the clever comedy that's in the beginning, and then like Willy Wonka just fucking with the parents and the kids. Like I feel like it's a movie that just keeps getting better as you grow up and learn to appreciate other parts of it. So it's a classic.
It is for sure. It is definitely a classic.
That reminds me, do you guys think, Sarah asked me this yesterday, do you guys think Willy Wonka is in the top 10 most noticeable characters in movies ever? Most recognizable?
Most
That'd be a tough
recognizable.
argument to make nowadays, just with how many superhero movies there are.
Yeah. So I said discounting superheroes. Actually, the first thing I said too.
I mean, I would think he's super recognizable. Yeah. Especially too with meme culture now, like
classic Gene Wilder doing this meme.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to post a poll, and we'll look at it at the end of this episode, and let's see what the people think about these two movies. Which one they pick. How's that sound?
Sounds fantastic. Before we get in, do you think I can take a quick piss break?
Yeah, let me do this. Let me do this poll while you do that.
All right, before Evan gets back, he's going to say some real dumb shit here soon. He's probably going to make an argument that the remake is better, and we apologize in advance.
I don't think he's going to say it's better. I think he's going to say I think it's close.
I think he's going to say it's better. Because he started talking about character development of Wonka and all this other shit. He's going to say some stupid shit.
I predict he says they're close.
I think he's going to say better.
But Willy's better.
All right, so how should we go about this since we're doing a double feature? I always forget the layout of the ads for double features. Should we do the I guess we do the second ad before the ratings of this movie, and then do a third ad before the reveal?
Yeah.
Yeah, back-to-back ads.
Okay.
Yeah, that reminds me. Intro and showing the Chocolate Factory sucks.
Well, hold on. Now you're getting ahead of me.
Diving right back into notes again.
That's our first note.
No, hold on. You're getting ahead of me again.
Second note.
God damn it. Hold on now.
Y'all shut up now.
Y'all shut up now. Get this out of my face.
Get this out of my face.
Have you ever seen a single person going into that factory?
There must be people working there.
The only thing that comes out of
whole
that
movie.
is the candy. I'd give anything in the world just to win that amazing factory.
Dear people of the world, I, Willy Wonka, have decided to allow 5 children to visit my factory.
5 golden tickets have been hidden underneath the wrapping paper of 5 ordinary Wonka bars.
Wouldn't it be something, Charlie, to open a bar of candy and find a golden ticket?
But I only get one bar a year.
Nothing's impossible.
You found Wonka's last golden ticket.
From director Tim Burton.
Please enter.
Who are you?
That's enough of that.
Yeah, that's about enough. Okay, so intro is atrocious in this movie. It is the ugliest, stupidest looking thing. I just got mad right when the intro started. Like, why? I'm just watching cartoons. They even have his hand chocolate bars in his cartoons. That's just awful.
Yeah, I said that was my first note. Like I said, I think I have 5 notes for this one. Opening CGI has not held up.
Yeah, and I was thinking, am I about to watch a horror movie? What is this music? I'm scared right now. This looks.
Oh, dude, don't even fuck with the score. The score, Danny Elfman, his score is incredible.
Great score, not for Willy Wonka. Terrible for the movie. It looks. I feel like I'm watching a horror movie the whole time.
I'm a huge fan of the score for this film. In fact, that's one of my notes. Is the score is better in this than in the original.
Dude, that is so far from the truth. And it might be.
I was going to say this is one of Danny Elfman's worst scores.
I think it's a good score, just not for Willy Wonka. It makes me. I'm scared. I was scared watching this movie because of the music. There was a lot of scenes where it was like this is supposed to be like fun and bubbly, but I was terrified because of how intense the music.
There's an uneasy feeling to this film that I will recognize that. You feel.
I uneasily wanted to turn it off the whole fucking time.
I gave the opening a 6 out of 10.
Stupid. That's dumb.
It's not as good. It's not as good as the originals, but it doesn't hold up very well. But it still has a little wonderment to it. It has a little bit of
No,
I
it
like-
doesn't.
I like how-
It's
I like
a
Clay's-
cold factory with just terrible CGI factory lines. Where the first one's like the chocolate's dripping over perfectly, like it's a golden like.
Yeah,
look.
the original opening is better.
I look at this one and I don't want to eat chocolate. That's me saying that.
This one does make the chocolate not as desirable for sure.
Not at all. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Not much about this movie is much more desirable.
Yeah.
But
Well, I think this factory room. But I mean, I'm jumping ahead. That part's I love the factory.
Yeah, because the only thing that's colorful is literally right behind you. Everything else is dark and gray.
I think the props and stuff are obviously better because they're more modern. But the actual that room legitimately looks scary in the movie. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't look like I want to walk around.
Yeah, it looks
like
warped
somebody's gonna
and
jump out and
dangerous.
grab me at any given second.
I love it.
I would not take one step in there.
Also, there's no wonderment to the reveal. Like in the first one, like they have to go through all those doors, and he has to he slowly opens up, and then he's like teasing them as to when they can actually go and taste all the candy. Like, and this one is just like, here we are.
But we're going way too far ahead. I've assumed we're notes before we even get there.
Yeah, I think the narrator works very well in the story. I love the narration.
Yeah, I think the narration's pretty good until you find out it's a little fucking.
I think it's a funny little joke at the end.
Even bloop at the end.
That's a funny little joke at the end, I think.
Yeah, how did they get Christopher Lee to sign off with this bullshit?
Oh, I'm jumping ahead again. But man, Christopher Lee has the scariest voice ever.
Yeah.
His voice is terrifying. But like a good bit. Like it's very intimidating. But this movie reminds me a lot of The Grinch in a way. Where it's like it's because of the snow, but like also the color. And like the house is like slanted sideways, like a Dr. Seuss like movie or something.
Or a Tim Burton movie.
Yeah,
it's like, oh nope, can't have any flat surface on anything behind us.
But I have some questions too. So why doesn't Charlie have a dad in the other one, but he doesn't in this one?
Because they just said fuck the dad and the
parents are much better in this one.
Yeah,
well, for sure.
They're really good in this one, I think.
I think the grandparents are too. I love the grandparents in this one.
Yeah, I like I love grapes.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
she was pretty good.
They're definitely better. But like I said, this one they get to the factory in like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
and I still felt like it dragged.
The movie is runtime is way too long.
Oh my god! See, I think the setup's 10 times better in this one. What? Not 10 times better, but better. I think the setup's a lot better.
This just feels like it's dragging until they get to the factory, and they just like rush past the kids. They barely develop the kids.
I think it's actually
the kids are worse.
I think a lot of the factory stuff drags really hard. Like,
it all drags.
Way too long.
It all drags. I'm just talking about before they get to the factory.
The intro. The thing about the intro is that they don't develop Charlie as it's because Willy is the main character, but like Charlie doesn't really have a personality in this movie whatsoever. He's just kind of like he'll occasionally ask questions in a really pathetic voice, but he has no character whatsoever.
Oh, I love I think Charlie's a huge improvement in this movie.
I think
Charlie's such a sweet kid.
It's not bad, but he's not like he has no personality. I feel like.
And he even stands up for himself. Like I feel like he's a lot stronger in this one.
I don't think he did a bad job. I just think that it's the same with all the characters, really. But I guess, like I said, I think it's at the cost.
When he gets his birthday present, he gets the chocolate bar, and they're like, "You eat, it's your birthday." And he's like, "It's my bar, and I'll do what I want with it." And then he hands it to everyone, and shares it.
Yeah,
I mean, the other Charlie offers it too. They just let him have it.
Yeah, but see, this one's stronger.
His family's just greedier.
I would say Grandpa Joe is a little fuck because he's like, "Oh yeah, we're all eating cabbage stew, and your dad just lost his job. Let me get out my secret coin purse and let you go buy chocolate with my money that I could be giving to feed the whole family."
Yeah. Yeah, the grandpas are both kind of. Grandpa Joe is worse in the original as far as being an asshole, but they both are not great. Because he gets him sort of dancing, he's like, "Fucking, you could have been working or doing anything. You could have cleaned the house, like you could have been doing all kinds of shit."
Yeah, but dude, you guys didn't like that. I love that. I feel like this screenplay was way more focused on like the actual story itself. Like
different story.
It cuts to like all the. I love all the setup, the world building of like how Grandpa Joe used to work for Willy Wonka and what he knows and how he lost his job and how Willy Wonka has been this like legend. Like so much more about like how legendary Willy Wonka is and his factory is in this world versus the other one. You don't really know a lot about it. Where this one, you're
but
like,
I
want to go in there.
How popular the chocolate is. You don't need all this extra explanation. Like we fucking know.
Plus, I love the Arabian chocolate castle he builds and all that shit. That's just so cool.
That is a terrible, terrible scene. My first note was, what is the point of this scene? It's literally just filler for no reason.
Yeah, literally.
Just to make the runtime longer.
All of the flashbacks suck.
No, I love the flashbacks.
And how would no one fucking know that was going to melt in the sun? Is he a manga?
That's from the book.
Is he?
That's from the book.
Acetated? I don't give a fuck, dude. That's one of my notes too. I hate people say this is better because it's from the book. Yeah, there's a reason why books and movies are different mediums. Like you can't. There's a reason why all the great all the great films are made from books that change, like The Shining, for example. Like.
Yeah, there's stuff you have to cut out.
You can't. Yeah. It's like you're trying to make like anime into live.
Yeah, but in this way, it's more because this is a kids movie, for God's sakes. Like that stuff's really fun for a kid.
A kids movie. You would have a tough time convincing me this movie is for children because it's fucking horrifying.
And I know
you know what children really like? Bright lights and like a lot of things happening. Oh, let's give them cold gray environments and fucking hair metal.
So it's not. I realized why the color is so weird in this movie. It's because what they use for color correction is it's a matte color. I think that's how you pronounce it, matte. M-A-T-T-E.
Yeah.
It's all matte. So it's all just like very bold colors. There's not like a lot of like vibrance, like shine. It's all just very clear, very cut color. Yeah,
literally everything is cold. Yeah, plus like look behind you. That does not look like somewhere I want to go into.
You can eat the grass.
I'm going to fall into the river.
No, you're not.
No way I make it through that walkway and I don't fall in.
Augustus Gloop. Okay,
so I've had a bunch of good notes and bad notes. I don't want to make it sound like I hate this movie.
I do.
I don't hate it.
I do.
I think Willy Wonka in this movie is great. I think Johnny Depp is great. And I think he's actually super funny. A lot of the comedy was great. It was totally different. But his some of his weird like quips and stuff I think are great in this movie. He has definitely developed his own like version of it, I think.
Yeah, that's what my notes is too.
He's just really quirky. Yeah, he's creepy.
Not in like the fun way that the other one is either. Like he is like some kid that went through some real fucking shit when he was younger, but really it was just his dad was a dentist and he wanted to fuck off to somewhere else.
This Willy is a take on it where what they did was they made him whereas like Willy literally has secluded himself from the world. He literally locked himself away in his factory and he hasn't had really any social interactions for decades. So like he doesn't really have any social awareness or any social skills. He's lost all of it because he's locked himself in his own world for so long that he doesn't know really like how people act. So he's just trying his best to like come across as someone who's like talk to people. That's why he has cards to help him. Like
speaking of decades, he aged really well.
Yeah.
He has not aged much in this movie because like the grandpa said it was like 10 years ago when he worked in the factory or something like that.
Well, they purposely hide his face in that flashback.
Yeah.
But anyway, he just comes off as like, I mean, I understand that point of wanting to make it seem like, he was locked away or whatever, but he literally is like a grown child. Like he doesn't, it's not like a wonderment, he still like has a child wonderment. And like, that's what gives him the imagination to create all this stuff. It's just like, he's literally a grown child and he's creepy.
Weird and quirky versus like,
I don't think Johnny Depp did bad in the role. I just think that choice of going that direction, like that, I hate the voice.
I like he's zoning out. That shit was, remember, he's like, like staring off in space.
He goes, Papa.
Yeah, there's a lot of scenes like that actually made me laugh really hard. It is like scary, but that's like what makes it funny. It's like the situational, like, oh, they're just around this fucking weirdo.
Yeah. This dude's actually like just fucking weird and insane.
Yeah. So I think he did a good job of like, because like a lot of times when you see movies like this, when it's a remake, they just try to impersonate the other person.
Yeah, that's not.
I don't want to see.
Yeah, but
he definitely made like it as his own thing. Whether you liked what his own thing was or not, I guess it's a different story. But I thought his take on it was enjoyable.
And he definitely has very clear. I feel like even more so in this one, clearer alternative motives.
Yeah,
because like he's just coming up with bullshit on the fly. Where they're like, how the fuck did the fuck did the Oompa Loompas know Augustus Gloop was his name? And he's like, improv, children.
Yeah. they keep making the jokes that like he definitely knew he was picking them all off and which ones they were picking off.
Yeah,
because they have a song, for each kid, and they're all like, how does he? That definitely seemed like it was planned out.
It's all planned.
Which adds to the insanity of him. But Augustus Gloop is much nastier in this one. That was a note.
Yeah, because all of these people are just fucking characters of like actual fucking people.
It's
everything is fucking cranked to 11. It'd be different if it was just Wonka was cranked to 11, and that weirdness could play off of like a straight man and the children of just having like one particular character thing. Yeah. But no, it's just like, oh, we're all cartoon characters.
Yeah, and Augustus Gloop is like literally airbrushed. I can't know if it's makeup or it's like digital, but his like skin is super shiny. There's like no creases or anything in his skin. It looks like
it looks like a flapjack character.
And he's just constantly got chocolate around his mouth. It's so nasty. It looks so wet. He just walk around with wet chocolate all over his face.
Yeah, dude.
It's gross.
Oh, and Mike TV. Beforehand, we would have been really excited about this, and we'd be really happy about this. But now we've turned to leaf, and I gotta say, this movie does. I did deduct points because Mike TV does say retard.
He does drop a hard
R word. I did hear that.
Yeah.
Mike TV also looks like, I can't remember if it's Bill or Ted, the one that's not Keanu Reeves. He looks like his son.
He's dude, Mike TV is legitimately a psychopath in this movie. He's just, that kid's gonna be a serial killer for sure.
I don't know. I feel like in some ways he's actually
just smashing.
Originally he was just obsessed with TV, and in this one he's like a super genius because he tracked the code down as to where the box was going to be at.
Yeah, I feel like in a lot of ways he's like the smartest one out of everyone.
A lore character from our show. A little bizarre name.
Yeah.
At the end in the TV room in this one, he's basically having to explain science to Willy Wonka.
Oh yeah.
He's like,
they definitely make him a genius. Going back, I think the scene where they introduced Willy Wonka is actually really good too. I actually really like
that scene's incredible.
That's my favorite scene in the movie, honestly.
I don't hate that. Well, I hate it.
Just on fire, it turns into a horror movie.
I hated that part.
The song's great too.
Him like just showing up next to them.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was a good way to introduce him. But
he pulls out the card and he's like, "Good morning, starshine. The Earth says hello." Just stands there in dead silence.
He has no idea how to talk to humans anymore.
Yeah.
He's only talked to Oompa Loompas, which you didn't like so you're telling me you didn't like the flashback of him going to the Oompa land?
I wrote down that was the worst scene of the entire movie.
I love that scene.
Him chopping bugs in half and then playing the loop for fucking 30 seconds.
He's like trying to spin it around his finger.
Here's the thing. A lot of the scenes like that have like little kind of funny moments, I think, in it. But their scenes are totally unnecessary and just bizarrely placed. Like,
and they're drawn out.
It was drawn out. Totally unnecessary. It was literally just a filler scene. And I think maybe I wonder what happened is I wonder if they made that scene didn't want to put it in, but someone insisted that they put it in or something like that because they had to I don't know, do something or they wanted more screen time or something like that.
No, I think
most of the flashbacks were unnecessary. If you wanted to build up the thing with his dad a little bit more, maybe I can understand 2 flashbacks. I want to say Willy Wonka has a good 7 flashbacks in this movie.
Yeah, well, I also think that it worked. The Oompa would work better when they had more mystery around where they're from and stuff. Like, instead of just showing directly where they're from, it's like just pure cartoons. Like,
also, can we talk about how Tim Burton really fucked the whole Little People community by being like, I'm gonna just cast one guy,
yeah,
and I'm gonna just digitally edit him over and over.
But you know what? I do love. I didn't think I was gonna like the Oompa Loompas in this one when I watched it, but I actually love I love how his face never changes no matter what costume he has. Every Oompa Loompa just has this dead stare no matter what they're doing. And I thought I actually really enjoyed the Oompa Loompas.
I don't know. They were just too weird for me. They're just really weird.
The hair one, I love the hair. The hair Oompa Loompa.
They're also way smaller.
Yeah.
I don't think they're as good as the original, but I think they did a great job making a different version of an Oompa.
One of my notes was, can you imagine just unwrapping chocolate bars or opening peanuts as your job, and you just do that for 8 straight hours? Like, how does he hire these people?
Dude, well, I mean, that's almost what I was doing at J. Crew for 10 hours a day. I wasn't doing very much. I was on a conveyor belt, putting shoes in a box and then put them in a conveyor, like on the belt.
So, okay, listen, here's my main problem with this movie is like, even though they tried to do stuff different, it was literally it just felt like somebody going through the motions of all the other scenes from the first one. Like they were just like, all right, we got to go to this one now. All right, we got to go to this one. There was no real character or build up or nothing to like most of the children getting like knocked out along the way. It, like, to me, it just felt like, oh, we're doing this scene now. Like there was no added character. Like I said, the kids are way worse in this movie. Mike TV is like the only one that has any real like character put into him. The other one's just like, I'm a winner and then I'm a brat, but they really barely say shit. The parents say like nothing in this movie.
Yeah.
They're
that one mom that has the hospice.
They're basically they're like non-factors in this movie.
Yeah, even though I like the Veruca Salt scene. Other than the song is bad, but I love the squirrels and the nuts, and then I love how Willy Wonka has like 1,000 keys, and he can't figure out which key it is until she's gone, and then right when she's gone, he picks the exact key.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the dad could have easily hopped over that rail too. It wasn't like it was a cage. It was like a thigh-high rail.
Yeah,
I like how the dad is like, when they first walk into that place on the stream, the dad looks over at Willy and he's just like staring at him, and the dad's just like, he just like walks away.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Willy Wonka. I love his little bits where like the dad's talking about how he uses women to do the nut thing, and he's like, "You're really weird."
Yeah, I think there's a lot of like weird, just quirky lines of his that are really funny. When he's like, everything's edible here. Even I'm edible. But that's called cannibalism, children. That's frowned upon in most countries.
Yeah.
The candy store in this one's awful. Just terrible. Candy store is just dreary. It's like this little gas station.
Everything's dreary. Everything. Like literally, I mean, I would love to see like a color palette of like every fucking frame of this movie. Because
it's just matte.
80% is going to be gray. Like, I can't believe you shit on Dune and said it looked fucking dismal when this movie is like, legitimately the color palette has to be like 90.
It just has a matte color palette. I think that's why.
Yeah. No, but you could have chose a different color besides fucking gray.
I just don't like my movie to look like The Road.
I like the Wonka bars in this one better. Like the wrapping and everything. No, not the wrapping. I like the wrapping.
This movie has some like almost like horror scenes. Like the scene where Grandpa Joe falls asleep and Charlie wakes up. It's kind of creepy.
Oh, I love that scene.
Kind of creepy.
Yeah.
He's like just kind of talking, and he goes like, "Why are you putting this in there? Yeah. Like this is supposed to be a fun movie."
I really like. I like how I just feel like there's more character arcs. Like Willy Wonka has like a giant character arc in this one of how he grows as a person, and then Charlie has to learn that anything's possible or whatever. Like that's his like little lesson. And then Willy has to learn to come to terms.
Anything is possible. Charlie didn't learn shit in this movie. He wasn't tested at all in this movie. Charlie doesn't grow at all. Like, it's literally just Willy Wonka. That's the only character development. At least, like, in the other one, the kids get developed. Like, Charlie is pretty much innocent the whole time, but he still gets tested, does the wrong thing, and, like, makes the right choice.
Veruca's dad learns, remember? Because at the end, when they're walking out, he's like, shut up.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about his one line he had in the movie, because the parents don't do shit.
And Violet's just doing cartwheels down the stairs.
I think this one has a better ending.
I hated them showing the kids afterwards. Because it's just like, oh, word, now we're definitely in fucking cartoon land. Because this kid's now fucking...
Yeah, that part's a little...
all stretched out.
I want that'd be way better. It is basically a horror movie.
Yeah. But I like how Charlie says no to the factory, and then Willy comes back. I loved all that stuff, and then I love how they go meet his father again, and then that's such a nice moment though, and how it ends with Charlie's house in the factory.
Why were they purposely getting snow into their house? That's what I was trying to figure out.
Also,
time.
This movie should have ended the way it should have, but no, they tack on an extra 20 minutes where, again, Charlie doesn't learn a fucking lesson because Charlie was willing to give up everything for his family anyway. He was willing to sell the fucking golden ticket for like $5,000 or $6,000. Like,
which honestly makes sense though.
500.
He knew it was going for a bunch, dude. Like, whatever. He was making the choice to sell the ticket. Like, he was already going to give up everything for his family. Like, so he didn't grow at fucking all. He wasn't tested. He didn't learn anything. He was just like, all right, well, I'm still going to just choose my family. And Willy Wonka just happens to be a fucking crazy, traumatized person that I got to learn his whole fucking life story. The only thing I actually laughed at in this movie was him walking through the Flag Museum joke.
Oh, what? Oh, not even him walking into the glass elevator at the end twice?
Nope.
What was the joke with the Flag Museum?
Like when he first like runs away from his house and he's like, I wanted to explore, and he's like walking past all these different countries.
That's just a sad moment.
And then he's just standing outside of like a flag museum. He's like, hey kid, you got to get out of here.
And that's supposed to be, I think, a sad moment.
Yeah, he laughed at the sad moment. Oh man, I missed my moment. Start talking about the Veruca Salt gets eliminated scene again.
Oh, Veruca's getting the nuts and...
Oh, the squirrels! That scene was nuts. All right, let's just wrap it up. But I like the way he calls the Oompa Loompas.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's great. Their little hand thing is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, they give the fucking Wakanda symbol to each other.
They did it first. Wakanda stole from Charlie Chuck Factory.
Yep.
Not a good movie to steal from.
Willy's just abusing animals, whipping the cows.
He is whipping the cows.
He's just whipping the shit out of them.
That's kind of fucked up, yeah.
Hearing the sheep.
Little note here. Danny Elfman did all the singing in this movie.
Oh, that's incredible.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, that's awesome.
For like the Oompa Loompas and like the main Willy Wonka song in the beginning.
What I noticed is I thought the songs get worse throughout the movie. The Willy Wonka entrance song's the best. That's a great. And then the Guess the Spook song actually is not that bad. I didn't mind that one.
That one's just too long. They're all too long. The Guess the Spook is the best of the Oompa Loompa songs, though.
All the songs are too long.
And then the Mike TV one's by far the worst.
Yeah.
The Mike TV one is just horrible to listen to.
Plus, I think the fact that there's no singing in the movie until the Oompa Loompas kind of hurts a little bit. Because, like, the Willy Wonka, they were just like, we're going to make a musical. And this one's like, here's this weird movie, and there's going to be these, like, 4-minute really strange songs.
Yeah.
Versus, like, the whole movie's a musical.
I don't know. I kind of like that. I like that the moment you get into the factory, everything just turns into just fucking weird as shit, like Fudge Mountain. I love Fudge Mountain.
There's just a mountain inside this factory.
Yeah.
There's an entire like atmosphere, like it's snowing, like
Yeah, like this one is just again everything's fucking cranked
So
to 11.
much CGI.
Like there's
so much CGI.
the CGI looks terrible too.
A lot of the CGI is a little bit worse.
This was the era though when CGI was first getting really big, so they were trying to just like throw it into as much like live action shit as they could.
Yeah,
That was before. I kind of think now they've gotten away from that a little bit. Like it's still really prevalent, but like it's not nearly as prevalent as it was in that era. I feel like.
Yeah.
They just unnecessarily jam shit into it.
I have to go back to the colors because it just doesn't make sense to me. Like if you're gonna make the entire town fucking gray anyway, and you're gonna show like Charlie and them are extra poor in their fucking house that's bent to a 45-degree angle, why would you stay with that color in the factory? Make the factory like vibrant and like
complete contrast. From
the
outside
complete contrast from outside. Like
look,
like in the original, like it's not fucking dirty and gray, but you can see it's just like it's a simple town somewhere. And then you go into the factory and it's like you're in another fucking world. Like all the colors look different, everything's vibrant. Like nothing looks like this in the town.
Everything's just scary.
Except for when you go into this one, it's like, oh, word, well, I'm still outside, basically. I just got to travel around with this weird fucking 5-year-old in a 40-year-old's body.
Okay,
I didn't mind the parent aspect of it. I thought that was, if I could do something different, I didn't mind that. But, that was wrong. So
here's my score. So let me go through the scores of this one. The opening, not quite as good, 6 out of 10.
Wrong. That opening is trash, so dude. That's like a 2.
The music, once again, 5 out of 10.
This one, I agree with you saying 5 out of 10.
Because it's a mixed bag. It doesn't have as many songs, which is a plus. A lot of the songs suck, but there's some good ones. The Kids, 6 out of 10. Not quite as good. Willy, I give a 7 out of 10. Really good. Not as good. Charlie, 9 out of 10. Great Charlie. Love Charlie in this one. The setup, 7 out of 10. Oompa Loompas, 8 out of 10. Still great, not as great. The Old Fucks, 8 out of 10. The Wonder and Mystery, 8 out of 10. I think this one has a great setup for the wonder of like what is it going to be like inside that factory.
What is it going to be like when I inevitably die inside this factory?
The Wonder and Mystery, they just fucking run through. Like it felt like a speed.
No, I'm saying like
it felt like
what's going to happen
of doing all of the scenes while also dragging for fucking another.
No, if I was like
into the factory.
If I was a kid right now watching this, leading up to the factory, I would have been so like, what is going to be in there?
Like it was literally just filler, and then let's run through this scene that we have to do from the original. Bunch of filler with my stupid fucking backstory. Run through this scene again. Like there's just like when fucking Veruca she goes down the fucking with the squirrels. Like her dad really doesn't do much at all. Like in the first one, like her dad's still a character. He tries to buy the goose originally. Then he like chases after her. He's so over the top, and he goes down. He's a bad egg too. Like there's something the parents did nothing.
There's a whole shit song in the original Veruca one. I want it now. It's like, oh, give me a break. What are we doing?
It's a musical.
Yeah, the song sucks. Humor, 7 out of 10. Not quite as funny, still pretty funny. And the Factory, 7 out of 10. Not quite as good, but still pretty good.
I go out the room all of these.
Yep.
So here's the wild part, and I've been excited to say this. So the average score of Charlie and Chocolate Factory for me, 7.09. It turned out to be the exact same as the score from Willy Wonka. How weird is that?
You called it.
How weird is that?
How weird is it that I made up a list that the numbers just happen to match up perfectly?
They did. So
let's cut to an ad, and then we'll get our final scores out of
yeah, let's cut to the ad. Let's cut to an ad break.
Let me get the music going. Hang on.
Yeah, play the song for us. Well, actually, hold on. What? Who's reading the ad?
You're reading it. I just sent it to you.
Oh, okay.
This is a certified House of Ralph classic. We receive no money for these advertisements.
Hey, fellas, lady fellas. Zippity doodah, it's detachable dick. Don't have a dick, but in the mood to peg your zim sigh or it? Well, look no further because we've got your hoo-ha covered with detachable dick. Just place it wherever you want, and detachable dick's smart fibers, trademarked, with gently sew into your own skin. Want it to take off and get back to that axe wound status? Just press the eject button located on the lower shaft of detachable dick, and detachable dick will release. That's right, no more messy surgeries. Detachable dick is there for you and your zin, zer, sir, ma'am, sire, phlegm, flop, flop, gloop, glorb, geep, dupe, or glim glob. Detachable dick comes in all shapes and sizes, included but not limited to big, small, medium, small, medium, large, micro penis. Is that even a penis? It's an animal penis, extra large, extra small, Asian and black. Order at bigolddicks.com.
God, mine seems tame now.
Yours.
So is that also the spokesperson's name, Detachable Dick?
That would be a great name.
Hey, everybody, it's Detachable Dick.
Hey, he's here.
All right, well, I guess we are now sponsored by Detachable Dick, which say, hey, so now we're actually doing really well. I mean, I don't know about the whole sewing into your skin part. That seems like that could be.
Well, I think that's how the sensations makes that work.
Interesting.
If it didn't have sensations, it would just be a dildo.
Oh. Well, I'm glad that we've done this. All right, so let's do ratings for the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So that's the crazy thing is they both got the exact same score.
So weird how that happened on the scale that you made up. And
but
then
I didn't mean to even do that.
Sucker one.
I did not mean to do that.
What's your score?
My score is a 74%.
Called it.
You really did. You did.
No, for personal enjoyment, I think Willy Wonka is a little bit better. I gave it 79. But I still think Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is still good. Gave it a 74. And I would say, honestly, if you want to show your kid a rendition of the Raw Doll Classic, you could show them either one. That's what I say. Show them either one. They're both, for their own reasons, solid.
Don't listen.
I personally enjoy the original a little better.
I'm stuck between two scores. Now I'm gonna go. All right, I'm gonna give it a 5.5. It was significantly worse for me than when I watched it as a kid. Still not terrible. I think really all that's worth watching it for is Johnny Depp, and the rest of it's not great. I'd say.
Give this an F for fuck this movie. Because it never should have been made. Like I said, I think Johnny Depp does fine with the role. I don't think it's funny at all. I think your humor 7 out of 10 is a bullshit rating. Because would you give 8 out of 10 to the first one and 7 out of 10 to this? This movie was nowhere near as funny.
Oh, there's one joke at the end that killed me. Now I can't remember what it was.
Nowhere near as funny.
Into the glass elevator?
No.
Not funny. It's so dry and cold. I don't know where you think this mystery comes from, because even the mysteries are like, oh, we're going over a big gray mountain. Oh, we're going to go through big gray tubes to see the one pink sheep. And we travel to the next gray spot. I don't like it.
F. Damn, there's one joke at the end that killed me, but now I really can't remember what it is. That's a shame.
I will never watch this movie again.
All right, well, that's going to be very interesting for the Rousers.
Yeah, there's no way it's going to be one of my worst movies for Rousers. It's about as good as the rate.
I think there's other ones that'll, again, this, because, on my scale, an F can be anywhere from like a 60 to 0. But, this isn't like near a 0 because it had money behind it. So, like, Does it look great? No, but it doesn't look like a cheap. It's not fucking Click Clack Jack, you know. But at the same time,
Click Clack Jack, you gave a C.
I will. It was a fantastic.
It's a real legend.
Real legend. I will never. Like I said, I will actively avoid this movie. Like if I turn the TV on by accident and this happens to be on, I'm going to instantly turn to something else.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay, well, there you go. One of us recommends both.
You can watch it if you don't want. You can't. I don't care. It's okay.
I won't. I really don't give a shit what you do. And I think it sucks.
The first one's drastically better.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, this is a good way to kick off the new season. And before we see what our next episode will be, let's read our last sponsor.
Okay.
Yep.
We receive no money for these advertisements.
Oh, we just stopped again. Okay.
All right. So
I'm already tired of this song.
Go ahead.
That tastes weird. Hey, everybody. Are you ready for your next favorite game show? It's called That Tastes Weird. Put something in your mouth and see what happens. Could be good, could be less good. Just pop it in there. Let your host, Ochoy McCoy, take you on a fantastic journey into putting things into your mouth. How's that taste? Tastes weird. On every Wednesday at 2 p.m. on TBS. Let's go. I hate this ad. Oh God, we have to cut them. Drop them immediately. Oh God. He's a raw fella.
I'm sure I did not see that coming for some reason. Every time. Every time. Joey McCoy has just found a secret way to just ejaculate in people's mouths.
It's on 2 p.m.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, boy. He's trying to sell it as much as he can. Oh, it's so weird. What is that? The end of every time is going.
Oh, God. Let's be a more PC and really start checking over this first. We should hire somebody to check over this.
I didn't think that one was going to hit as hard as it did.
I don't know why I didn't see that coming. Oh. Oh.
We lost you for a second there, bud.
Oh, I don't know why. Just the fact every episode he just keeps repeating over and over, isn't that weird? So strange. What is it? Then right before the credits roll, he just goes, "It's gone." Credits. And every time they guess, is it a horseradish? It's gone. Oh, I gotta start tuning into that. Oh man, I cannot wait to get a nice interview with old Joy McCoy one day.
Rest of the one-man show.
Oh.
All right, so it's my pick, right?
Well, yeah. Well, I know what we're clipping for this episode.
So we're doing another double feature instead of a top five.
Okay.
All right.
The original I haven't seen. Remake I have seen. Yeah, we never announced we're only doing reboots this season, did we?
Yeah, I did at the very beginning of this episode.
I would hope so. We had a 30-minute intro to this thing.
We're going to be reviewing Judge Dredd and Dredd.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I've never seen the original yet. It's supposed to be terrible.
Yeah.
I also haven't seen the original, so.
And I haven't seen Dredd in like 10 years or something. I haven't seen it like the month it came out, probably.
Oh, shit. I've seen Dredd like 3 times.
No.
Oh, it's been a good while since I've seen Dredd.
But I remember loving it. Isn't Helena Bonham Carter in that also? She the girl in that movie?
No, that's the chick that plays Cersei.
I know Olivia Thirlby is his trainee because she used to crush on her pretty hard back in the day.
I was really flip-flopping between. I have another one too I was thinking about doing, but
you save it for next time.
I'll save it.
All right. Okay. So both Willy Wonkas and now Dredd.
Real contrast.
Right.
All right. We'll tune in next episode. Thank you to all of our audio listeners. And keep on rousing.